All right, that time of year has come, the beginning of another year. First of all, Happy New Year. Hope you had a fun one. And hope 2022 is off to a great start for you. This is that time of the year, the beginning of a new year, which means I give you my top 10 anticipated movies of said year. Year being 2022. That time of year, I lay the groundwork for you to know my taste in movies at the beginning of the year, so you don't feel blindsided when I do my top 10 favorites of the year at the end of the year. Look, I've never hidden my taste in movies in the course of the past 12 years. If you don't know me by now, that's on you. But this list is in a general order. It's mostly in the order of release. There was some that got shuffled around. Doesn't matter. Not going to do the countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 thing. I'm going to start out with the first movie I'm looking forward to, which is Scream. Just called Scream? It's Scream 5. Feels a little weird putting this movie on my list because it comes out, next week? But it's a new Scream movie. And if Scream 4 had sucked, I wouldn't be looking forward to this. But it didn't suck. It was a great return to form after Scream 3, which was disappointing. It's one of those fingers crossed kind of moments. There are a lot of leaps of faith on this list. This is just one of them. I'm like, I hope it's good. Don't make Dewey the bad guy. That's all I ask. Don't do that. Next up is The Batman. Looking forward to Pattinson showing what he's got because, quite frankly, the trailers have been nothing but great. The tone is like this realistic take on Batman, but still feels comic book. That's one of the complaints, the gripes I hear about the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogies. People are like, it doesn't feel like comic book Batman. It feels like Batman in the real world, which is what Nolan was going for. But this feels like dark, gritty, down-to-earth, realistic Batman in the sense that it still does feel like comic book Batman, at least from the trailers. It looks like a cool best of both worlds scenario they got going on. Looking forward to this one. Next up, Sonic 2, in which they're using that lock-on technology and using Knuckles in Sonic 2. Idris Elba as Knuckles is kind of amazing casting, but more than that, the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie was one of the surprises of the year for me. Glad they didn't go with that monstrosity of a creature design for Sonic they initially had. It's like they were like, oh, the fans are pissed, but we're gonna do this unexpected twist for a studio. We're gonna listen to them. And they came out with a movie that I thought was remarkably fun, and Jim Carrey was amazing in it. They give me more of that fun, I'm in. This next one is mostly morbid curiosity, probably, but also the premise is so genius, and the trailer was so good. The unbearable weight of massive talent. It's gotta be good, right? I don't want to jinx it, but I'm just saying, Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage in a very Nicolas Cage self-aware movie. I love Nick Cage because the dude's a good actor. He's a great actor, but he's still able to lean into this very self-aware Nick Cage meme culture. And he was like, yeah, all right, memes about me. We'll make a movie about that. More or less, you know, I just love seeing an actor have fun with the perception of them on the internet. The premise is so genius that if it sucks, this is a movie on here, I might cry. If that movie sucks, I might be like, oh, well, you know, can't win them all. Next up, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. You know, for the longest time, I thought it was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but it's actually in the... whatever. This wouldn't have actually been on the list. I'm like, all right, yeah, Doctor Strange, Multiverse, I get it, it's probably cool. But I saw the trailer at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, and the trailer looked really good. It's like a movie that's the continuation of What If, which I thought What If was just this weird one-off, like, okay, it's a thing that happened. And even if it canonically is like, oh yeah, it happened because multiverse and all the stuff we're doing, I didn't expect a movie to tie into it to the degree that the trailer looks like it's tying into it. But that trailer moved it up the list. It's amazing what a trailer can do. And next, you know I like me some action movies. You know I like solid action movies. You know I love me some Keanu in some solid action movies. John Wick 4. Or John Wick Chapter 4. They're called chapters. Sorry. So, John Wick Chapter 4 was delayed to 2023. Which I just found out about. Alright, I'll find another movie and plug it in here and make it an even 10. Or I'll leave it at 9, I don't know. While I'm figuring that out, I'm still in an action movie headspace, so going straight to Mission Impossible 7. Probably has another name to it. It's not just Mission Impossible 7, is it? They usually have Ghost, Protocol, Fallout, whatever it's going to be called. Looking forward to the new Mission Impossible. Generally speaking, Tom Cruise is on cruise control in his action movies. The dude's still got it. I hope I have that much vigor. I hope I'm that spry when I'm 60. Sorry, 59, mean no disrespect. Point is, the Mission Impossible movies are reliably entertaining movies, and they'll probably be on my anticipated list any given year they're coming out. And one would think I'm all Spider-Man'd out by now, but apparently I'm not, because Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 is on this list. Into the Spider-Verse is an undeniably great time. The Spider-Verse has now, it's live action, it's animated, it's everywhere. The movies look cool, they got great soundtracks, all with that Spider-Man flavor that you love. This is the thing, the caveat of these Into the Spider-Verse movies is just the frame rate. That's what bothers me about them. I don't know if it's the former projectionist in me or the editor in me. There's something about when it cuts to 16 frames a second. It just bothers me. Other than that, Into the Spider-Verse was a great movie. Looking forward to Across the Spider-Verse. Again, part 1. These next 2 movies, I'm pretty sure are coming out in 2022. I mean, they're slated to come out in 2022. We'll see. But Avatar 2? Anyone looking forward to Avatar 2? Am I the only one? All right, cool. I mean, the movie's been delayed for about a decade. I can't help but look forward to it. Like, a decade of pushbacks in the world of James Cameron just means a decade of advancement, technologically speaking. I can't help but look forward to that. And I know Avatar gets a lot of crap where it's like, it's Dances with Wolves. And that's pretty much, it's Dances with Wolves. But I still get a kick out of Avatar. For nothing else, technologically speaking, it did tell Hollywood, it's like, we're here now. We're here. We can't go there anymore. We're here. Weta did a great job with this movie. As much as Avatar felt like a movie that was written in the 80s or 90s, it's because it just didn't have the technology to be made yet. But now that's not the case. Avatar 2 is like, okay, now it's written recently. So we know the cliches, we know the tropes. Let's steer away from them. Let's steer clear of those. And we'll make a movie that feels newer in terms of the story. Hopeful optimist on this side of the camera. We'll see how it goes. And also this last one, the internet word is that this is coming out this year. The Whale, Darren Aronofsky's new film starring Brendan Fraser. Can't help but look forward to that. Every time I do these lists, there are 2 names that I Google. Be like, okay, let's see if they're doing a movie this year. Because if they are, they have their spot reserved on my list. Tarantino is not doing a movie this year, but he's one of those directors. And Darren Aronofsky. Darren Aronofsky films are emotional, soul-driven odysseys of the human condition. Done in a movie with interesting characters that are soul-wrenching and sometimes soul-changing events. And just the fusion of Brendan Fraser and Darren Aronofsky, I wouldn't have called it, but I'm glad I don't make those decisions. I'm glad he does, because that's pretty awesome. Looking forward to what Aronofsky gives us and looking forward to how Brendan Fraser delivers it, and I really hope the movie does come out in 2022. Like Google says it will. But yeah, that's the list. In a world of cinematic surprises that happen every year, there are going to be a number of movies that I don't know about. I don't know about now. I can't put them on the list. But then they'll come out and I'll be like, wow, wish I knew about that back in January. Fingers crossed that I don't have to talk about any of these movies with a glass of scotch in hand, talking about the worst movies of the year. Here's hoping. But as always, it doesn't matter. You all keep this channel afloat, so I ask you, and yes, I do read comments. My gosh, who do you think I am? But your 10 anticipated movies of 2022, or 5, or 3, or whatever number. Whatever they are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.